What's going on, guys? Shane here. I'm here with Marcus Kowal, second degree Krav Maga black belt. We sort of wanted to do a response video to all of the comments that we've seen on YouTube saying Krav Maga is unrealistic and ineffective in a street fight situation. We also wanted to talk about Marcus's new online Krav Maga training course, so you can get belts in there, and also talk about getting certified to be able to teach Krav Maga. But we'll talk about that in the end. For now, Marcus, what is your take on Krav Maga, and is it effective?
Of course it's effective. If I didn't think it was effective, I wouldn't be doing it. I'm a professional kickboxer, I'm a professional mixed martial art fighter. I've been boxing from Golden Gloves to Title Boxing World Championship. I've been fighting a lot, so I wouldn't be spending time on something I didn't believe was realistic. Bottom line is, Israeli military, the IDF, one of the most battle-tested militaries in the world, are using it. Law enforcement in the United States are training Krav Maga. Why? Because it works. They wouldn't be spending time on something they didn't believe in, right? And the comments when I hear that, first of all, I hate when I see any type of martial art saying that martial art doesn't work, but that martial art doesn't work. If you get someone in Taekwondo, I love when I hear Taekwondo guys don't kick that hard. I train with some of the best in the world in Taekwondo. You get some amazing Taekwondo fighters out there that kick really hard, and I'm sure you know as well. Yeah. And same with karate. Have I seen some terrible karate practitioners? Absolutely. Have you seen some of the guys from Japan that do Kyokushinkai karate when they go in the world championships, full contact, and they go and do 10 matches in a day? They're some of the toughest people on the planet. So I hate when you say a martial art is not working. It's never the martial art, it's always the martial artist. And you know, if you look at Krav Maga, in a way, it's the original mixed martial arts. It was taking things from different styles, putting it together to a system that would work in the street. But one of the fundamental rules of Krav Maga is there would never be a competition in Krav Maga. So if you look at boxing, Muay Thai, mixed martial arts, as brutal as it can be with, you know, a lot of blood and kicks and elbows and so on, it's still a sport. It's man versus man, woman versus woman inside of a cage. You know who you're fighting, what time you're fighting, what weight you're fighting at, and the fight starts when the referee says fight, right? Krav Maga is the complete opposite. You're not looking to be a fighter per se. You're looking just to go home safe. So sometimes the best self-defense is to get out of there, to run home. Sometimes it's taking that pen or pair of scissors that are next to you and use it and stab the person with it. It sounds brutal, but when in a life-death type of situation, we need it. Over the last, you know, 10, 15 years, especially through the UFC, we've seen what martial arts work. What are realistic martial arts, what are not. Some have been exposed as frauds, some have, you know, really proven themselves. Obviously Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, kickboxing, Thai boxing, boxing, and then we get some karate guys like Lyoto Machida and so on. But it's still a sport. And what we want is, I do both, and people ask often, why do you do both? Because one is a sport, and that's what I compete in, and one is, you know, most people don't have 4 or 5 hours a day to train to be a professional fighter. When I hear an MMA fighter say, well, I can beat any Krav Maga guy, I hope you can. This is what you do for a living. Law enforcement officers, they might have 2 to 3 hours a week. Most civilians have 2 to 3 hours a week. They want to learn, how can I be as safe as possible in as short of a possible time frame as possible, and that's what Krav Maga is for. It's simple, some people say. Yes, it has to be simple. You done Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, right? Yeah. When was the first? I don't want to take it until you put on the first. You slapped on your first armbar on someone.
Probably like a month.
Really? Yeah. That's pretty fast. I don't think I put an armbar on someone in the first year. And if it was someone who was even worse than I was at the time. What I'm saying is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is amazing. It takes a long time to get really good at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And everything changes when you get punched in the face, right? Things change even more when you don't have any rules to follow. So if we're in a guard, for example, and you hold me in the guard and you got a great guard game. So if we're in the guard here, so if I'm not a jiu-jitsu player, if I'm not good at jiu-jitsu, I can't open the guard. I don't know all these things, different ways of opening a guard, right? But if I'm in here and my opponent wants to do arm bars and triangles, whatever else it might be, this is an advantage for someone who knows jiu-jitsu. If I start driving elbows or strikes to the groin, Most people are not going to want to keep their legs close there. Most people are going to start bringing the knees in and start creating distance. Now, I can get up and out of here. I love jiu-jitsu. I train jiu-jitsu. I compete in jiu-jitsu. It's a big part of mixed martial arts, which I do. However, in a street fight, I don't want to be on the ground, period. Because even if I'm in a mounted position, even if I'm here, even if I'm up here and I can throw punches, if you have a friend with you, this isn't taking martial artist to kick me in the head when I'm down. It's actually a video on YouTube where a guy is sitting on top of a guy punching him and his girlfriend or sister or someone will come up, kicks this guy in the face and knocks him out. This is not where I want to be. I want to be up and out. As a female, most attacks are sexual attacks. I don't want to go to the ground as a female. That's the last place you want to be. You want to be on your feet where you're mobile, where you can get to a door, get out of the place, where you can get to a chair if someone has a weapon. And that's the biggest thing when it comes to Krav Maga. Emil Lichtenfeld, the founder of Krav Maga, that was one of his fundamental rules, is there will never be a competition in Krav Maga, because as soon as you have competition, you have rules. And when you have rules, then you limit yourself. Right. And we see with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu as well. Look at mixed martial arts. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was mixed martial arts to start with, right? The Gracie family, Vale Tudo coming over here. Then you look at it today, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and mixed martial arts are very different sports. You got rubber guard with the 10th planet Jiu-Jitsu and different styles of Jiu-Jitsu. And mixed martial arts, we realized, everything changes when someone, again, is raining down punches and elbows. So we have, and a lot of times you hear, oh, Krav Maga has been watered down in the US working with civilians. That's when we work with civilians. Civilians need certain type of Krav Maga. When I work with air marshals, it's very different. They're in confined space on an airplane. That's very different from working with police officers. Police officers need to control the situation, subdue the person, arrest the person, which is very different from when we work with military. Military, most of the time, it's taking someone's life, which is what the military a lot of times have to do, right? So everyone has different purposes. When we teach a rape prevention seminar, we work specifically with positions that women would be in a rape type situation. So yeah, it's obviously something I'm very passionate speaking about, but that's anyone that says that any martial art is not good or doesn't work is very ignorant. If you're a martial artist, go train with some people, go learn some different things, and even Krav Maga people, my instructors here at Systems Training Center, I always tell them, learn some boxing, learn some kickboxing, go do jiu-jitsu, learn some wrestling. Why? Because you don't have to be an expert at anything. That's not what a Krav Maga is supposed to be, but you should be able to hold your ground anywhere you go, and at least gain your respect anywhere you go.
I love it. I knew you were the guy to ask. All right, guys, but there you have it. And I wanted to take this time as well to talk about yourkravmaga.com. It was a joint collaborative effort me and Marcus did to really bring Krav Maga to you, be able to train it at home. So it's all online courses, and if you want to gain belts in Krav Maga, correct? You can do this through this program, all online. And if you sign up now using the code MyFightGym, you'll get your first month for $4.99. Use that discount MyFightGym on yourkravmaga.com. Until next time, I'm Shane with Fight Tips, and this is Marcus Kowal, 2nd degree Krav Maga black belt. Self-defense for the underdogs.